Hello, everyone. Move 11, welcome back. So, little slow to get rolling here today, as always. But we're hosting the real deal classical simul. Just a note that Caro Conics has very little hit points left, so whoever wants to be the stream boss, we just need to donate very, very little or follow to knock off Caro Conics, hasn't been here in a while. He only has 105 hit points left. So the next person who donates something or follows even might very well trigger the change of stream boss from Caraconics. Just a quick note there on that topic. What's up, Move 11? I hope you are well. Stachko. Yeah, I can read. I don't like glasses. I should have glasses, but I don't wear them. All right, anyway, Stachko, welcome. You're new here. Guys, we're hosting a new classical simul. It's Sparkle Horse Twitch simul on leechess.org. Random colors, 10 plus 50, 120 extra minutes. It takes a long time. It's 3 hours. So among our rules, the rules say no bullet, no London, no cheating, no leaving. If you can't stay 3 hours, don't join the simul. I'm going to start it now. And Ponda and I thank you for your cooperation. But more importantly, I want to play in the World Senior in October in Serbia, and it helps me if everybody supports us with a donation. So please donate via streamlabs.com/saji/tip. We're streaming on Twitch, obviously. All right, here we're going to start the new simul now. Notes, other notes. I'm just going to put this message in here. If you can't stay, don't join. Very simple. We're starting in 20 minutes or 15 minutes, around 7 CEST, my time zone. All right, nice to see Move 11 back. Sinus, thanks for sharing the link there. All right, good. Everything's working. See? It's like I got my coffee here. I slept enough, although I just woke up like 40 minutes ago. I sleep at all kinds of weird hours and stay up all night. It's generally my schedule. Do you watch the match yesterday? Oh yeah, we were watching during poker, unfortunately. I didn't pay close attention. But, you know, this third place match, this constellation match, it seems very weird. You know, the whole concept is weird. So what are they really playing for? You know, I don't know. It's not a coincidence that this match was 6-4. I mean, the heck. But I guess it's not a new concept. All right. Today is the big one, right? Today is the big one. France scored no goals. They were losing 4-0. I know. I was paying most attention. Well, I was paying most attention to the poker, but I also wasn't facing the television when I was playing poker, so I had to like turn my head to watch the match, which isn't great because it's kind of painful to sit like that for long periods of time. All right, Andrino Giardino. Mrs. Giordano. Okay. First grade teacher, Slaggy. Trivia question. Sinus 114, whatever. You're in. Oops. You're in. Move 11, where are you? Mr. 8C. There's a lot of new people here. No, I will watch. Oh, you watch football and play. Okay. Well, make sure your head isn't like turned sideways so you hurt your neck like I did yesterday. Good old fried chicken. What's up? Are you from Kentucky? The best fried chicken comes from Kentucky, I heard. Mr. 8. Mr. 8 sent me. Oh, no. Don't beg me to join your teams. Where did everybody go? All right. Don't send me messages begging me to join your teams. Levi's. In Hungarian, people say Levi's. They don't know how to pronounce Levi's. Okay. Matt Eddy, that's good old fried chicken. Lev Krukov. Iris Chess. I'm just making sure everyone has enough games so you're not likely to leave. Sabaturov. Fast Fastoretto we played, no? You tried to join this last time? Fastoretto? Where's all my like old followers? Like where is everybody? I don't understand where I had a lot of followers. I had a lot of people who played in my simuls. Where did everyone go? They just mass and they mass abandoned me. Like my whole viewership has mass abandoned me except for um can I change my name on Lichess? I think you can change it once. I think there's some rule where you can change it once, but only once, and then they have to kill you. Um, oh, yeah, my neck hurts. Seriously, Panda Master again. Where did my whole viewership go? Everyone abandoned me. Seriously, what's going on here? This is weird. I mean, this is like fully okay. Move 11 was here, but he's not playing, of course. Sinus is playing. My rest of my viewers all are gone. Sun Prism is in the chat. I had like 10, 12 players who would play every week. I'll give them some time to maybe show up here, but I don't know. It's just another conspiracy theory. Maybe not playing. Okay, yeah, this is a World Cup. Yeah, I mean it is. It's the World Cup tonight. Okay. Yeah, but it's not just tonight. It's like been getting worse progressively. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I have a good excuse tonight because of the World Cup. All right, all right. It's true. It's true. It's true. I'm going up against what I didn't like plan it that way. It just happened that way. It always happens something stupid. Just happens at the World Cup finals. And is it always on a Sunday? I mean, you assume they want it on a weekend so people can go if they're like employed. Want to say thanks? Top 10 in a recent FIDE event. I'll check that out. All right. Well, we don't have our regulars here today. Sabarov's playing another game. Fastoretto. We're starting in 5 minutes. No, we're starting in 10 minutes. This I can't pronounce, just a lot of random letters. And random letter man has not enough games. Chesnerdo, you played several times now. Diego. Guys, I just want to say if you donate or follow or gift a subscription or subscribe, you might knock out Caro Connix. And I just want to point out Caro Connix is our stream boss, so he's on the stream. His name is on the stream here. You can see. You can be the stream boss if you donate or gift 105 hit points should fall. The next person who donates a gift sub or donates a small amount of money will probably become the stream boss instead of Caro Connix. His health bar is about to collapse. A lot of people don't know that feature is in there. Mr. 8, 2500 in bullet. Wow. But does that mean you can't like slow chess? Legendary Drinker. Legendary Drinker's playing another game. Now, I try to avoid people who are playing other games because they generally leave on me. They're not serious. Peppa Pig from Saudi Arabia. I didn't know that Peppa Pig was from Saudi Arabia, but anything's possible. You're a bit tired after the FIDE event. Oh, might not play well. All right. Suba. Suba looks like a strong player too. Mr. 8, very strong player. Legend Drank. Legend Drank. Diego. Okay. World Cup tonight. Chess lover, sort of follower. Yeah, World Cup tonight. Okay, that's why no one's here. It's like bigger than the Super Bowl because it's more international. Damn, I'm going up against this big sporting event. Of course, there's no one here. I'm lucky I have any players. The most popular sport in the world overall. Wow, we got an anonymous gift. Anonymous gifter is going to end up being like the stream boss. Yep. No, but no, wait, they gifted to King's Indian Defense, so maybe King's Indian Defense gets it. This has never had. This is on. Yeah, King's Indian Defense gets the gift sub, so he becomes the stream boss. Congratulations, King's Indian Defense, the stream boss. Wow. So anonymous gifter made him the stream boss. Thanks, I guess. That's cool. Well, whoever anonymous gifter is, thank you. Um, we don't get a lot of anonymous gifts lately, or gifts at all, so appreciate it. With a gift sub, keeping the stream alive, barely. My stream health is like 3. Peppa Pig is like Spain or Argentina. I mean, obviously Spain is better, but Argentina's been so lucky. It's like it just seems like they always find some miracle way to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if either side won. Like Spain should win, but they've been better overall. Like Argentina's been in danger of losing like multiple times. Should have lost against Egypt. All right, Sun Prism, you're in. Derek Smalls from England, scoring 6 goals yesterday. That seemed like a little league football match with all those goals. It was like, what is this, baseball? It's like 6-4. It's like that's the average baseball score. Um, all right. Speaking of sports fans, Nadal 0608. Zach, was that Zerkster? Berserkster? That's Berserkster to you. Andre Pandey, Akinvar from Turkey. Lots of games. Chess Lover, you're back. Legend Drinker, 1656. Simul starts in 4 minutes. I like how the hype train isn't coming, but I have nobody donating or giving subscriptions. Just one gift sub and hype train gets triggered. That's stupid. I gotta fix that. Gobble Romas with a sub this week. The stream's been very slow, but okay. We're gonna get past this. Get past this bad period, and I need 2 more players. Why are you not accepting you? Suchko, I don't see you, man. Which is your account? I accepted almost everyone. I only didn't accept someone who maybe didn't have enough games. But if it's you, I mean, I'll make an exception. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're the bad name guy. Weird name guy. Tintas. Okay, good time. We're ready to start in... We got 20 players. We're ready to start in 3 minutes. Okay. Don't say that. You'll trigger like some kind of biblical event. We don't say that here. All right. I hate Chess.mom. Chess Lover, you're back again. You're back again. Oh, my neck hurts. It's gotta be from like sitting there and being like, my neck turned to watch yesterday's football match. Practicing always. Okay, we got 20 players. We can start, but I'm gonna wait until the official start time, which is in 3 minutes. You sent the link. Thank you. Simul starts in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And please, I'm gonna reiterate. Don't play the games like they're bullet. Do not play the London. No cheating. And do not leave early. If you can't stay for the whole game, which can be even 3 hours long, because it's a fairly long time control, then don't play in the first place. Okay? All right. Mikhail. Need a draw against them. Mikhail. All right. I'm not going to ban any countries here from playing. Um, although I'm tempted to do that. Let's go. One more time. One more player. We have 1 more minute. One more player. We need 20 players at least. Come on. When does? All right. Gift subs are allowed. Honda's alive. Might be a bit tired. It's okay. All right, we have 19 players. Come on, let get 20. Whatever. There's 20. Nadal. Nadal is back. All right, we got 20 players. Let's start. We're starting a minute early in Zen mode. Although there's almost no players that I know in the Simul. King's Indian Defense, Sun Prism, Sinus, Chest Lover. I don't know if I even know him. Really? I couldn't guess who he was. But anyway, for fun, I'd like to keep the Zen mode on for the first hour. All right. Then after an hour, after I get down to an hour, we show the names of the players on the boards. Okay, this way. There's no discrimination. No, I mean I used to do this when I had actual followers who would play against me every week, but now that no one's here, it doesn't matter. But I'm doing it anyway. Okay, good luck. So knight f3, e4, d4, c4. Knight f3, e4, d4, c4. c4, d4, e4, knight f3. e4, d4, knight f3, c4. c4. With black, I don't really like to play Queen's Gambit. So I generally play Indian Defense most of the time. Bobby Fischer style. e4. We have a lot of things for you. A lot of openings. Siciliano is number one. We got another Indian Defense. e4, e5 is our backup defense to e4. Siciliano. I also play some weird Peart stuff. We can play modern defense. And sometimes even the Nimzovich. We'll occasionally play d45. Let's put one in there, but I don't really like d45. Okay, the French. French is just a drag, man. I was playing this Chigorin a lot with white over the years. I don't play e4 that much. So knight f3, e6, someone wants a French. After e4, d5, white doesn't have a great move. There's exchange variation, knight c3, e5. None of them is great. So I'll generally stay in the queen pawn type stuff there. Okay, we got a proper d4. This hurts. I don't like playing against this. Closed Sicilian. I might sing you the first round game. All right. So Gabble Tromops isn't here, but he played on my stream a lot lately. He sadly is probably watching the World Cup, but or whenever it starts. But last week I played a game with knight to c6. It's a very, very rare move. That move 11, one of my regulars here had suggested. I don't think that it's anything special, but it's been played by some good players lately. But normally I play d5 there, which I don't. Well, I guess it's the best move objectively, d5, probably. All right, we're not afraid. Who's afraid of doubled pawns? Did you remove me? No, you removed you. I can't remove anyone, just so you know. They used to let you decline people's requests to join. You can't even do that. I can't remove people. If you got removed, it was just because you got removed by yourself. I don't know how you can remove yourself if you're already in, though. Maybe you got disconnected or something. It happened. Believe me, it happened to a lot of people. You can drop out somehow. I don't know how you do that. You close the tab. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry. I'm sorry because it's one less player in the Simul, which is bad for me too. I certainly wouldn't take you out. Take him out. Wi-Fi spotty. Still, I don't understand, why you should be kicked out even if your Wi-Fi is spotty. If you're in the list, you should stay in the list. When we fix something on the ship, it stays fixed, right, Jim? Ah, God damn it. Alien. Makes me want to rewatch Alien. Haven't been running too well with the King's Indian lately. Well, let's play the Queen's Gambit Declined. I never played the Queen's Gambit Declined. A draw? Seriously? Why you offered draw on move 2? Another one? What is this, a conspiracy theory? 2 people offered draws, one on move 2 and one on move 3. Why do you do that? Why? 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 Just to piss me off? Where's our Illuminati? Sunk Prism. Nice to see you. Nice game the other day you played. Illuminatis. All right. Well, I don't know about that. The queens are strangely placed there. Playable. So here we go. Well, Morales isn't here. You don't get it. They always get the warnings to stay for 3 hours and insta draw. They don't read. I don't mean to inject politics into this, but my best friend from high school, from 35 years ago, sent me an email or a message on Facebook today. He was like, I don't understand how Donald Trump is president of the United States. Like, if you told me that 35 years ago, I would have think you're crazy. I would have thought you're crazy. And it's the same thing, Well, people are illiterate and they don't think and they're easily influenced and they do stupid stuff. Why do people offer draws in 2 or 3 moves? They don't read. They don't read. They definitely don't read books, magazines. The only thing they read is TikTok. I can put it in the. So the point is, you put the message in the chat or in the tournament setup. And do you think anyone actually reads that? No, people are inherently stupid. Don't underestimate the stupidity of the human being. Yeah, they offer a draw with a chance to play against an IM, right? Maybe I'm not the greatest IM in the world, but I'm pretty good, I think. I like to think I'm pretty good. Why? Yeah, why do they offer draw? They want to bag that would be proud. What do? You draw an IM and then you show your friends, look, I drew an IM in 2 moves. Wow, that's awesome. You did that? Seriously? I can understand one person doing it as a joke, but I mean, what are the chances that 2 people offer a draw in 2 moves? This really unlikely. Cheesy Noob is not in the Simul today. He's been terrorizing me with the Tory attack. I lost a couple years ago against Bala Gimre GM in a rapid tournament against this move order, I think. Usually the Trompowski people don't do this, but I can't play the Grunfeld here. Yeah, you should offer a draw if it's a dead draw. Ops colored bishops, no play left. Rooks, rook against rook. Clear draws, totally drawn positions. It's normal. Or a really drawish position. This guy offered a draw, and now he's playing Queen H5. I think it's attention deficit disorder. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest. Why do people with attention deficits order play chess? It's got to be conspiracy theory. Let's get RFK in here. Everyone has autism. Rosalimo. It's the Tylenol giving them autism. That's why they're offering draws. The Tylenol is talking to them. The Tylenol is talking to them. Telling them to offer draws. I had this idea to play like Rosentalis. I always wanted to play the exchange variation, but it never is very. It seems very good, but anyway, let's try. I know it's lame. But I keep wanting to make it work somehow. Catalan, of course. I wanted to play a Queen's Gambit Decline. Said I get stuck with a stupid Catalan. Take. Oh, Bishop G2. Did you see that? Pre-move. He pre-moved that Bishop G2. Oof. It was almost a pre-move. I mean, it was like instantaneous. This move I faced the other day, like 2 weeks ago. The other day. Justice Love, be a subscriber. You're like a regular here. So I had the game with Knight C6 other day, and then I checked this position. I checked this position with the engine. I think I played E5 one game, but was it this position where the computer actually likes E6 for black as the best move? This is the Kraken. Is it a Kraken? I've never played this move order, E6 here, too much. Yeah, this is my invention, the Kraken. I call it the Kraken. Because it has like the A6B5 is like a sort of tail. Or you can do H6 and G5, have a double Kraken, like a sea monster. Yarr. Yarr. The Tylenol's giving the autism. That's why they're offering draws. This is interesting, though. I was thinking, no one ever does this, really. But, Queen E2, in a sense, is like an attempt to prevent D5, because black can take back with the pawn. But then, when you get to this position, right, takes. I mean, whose queen is really worse? Like, both queens are stupidly placed here. So it's kind of a wash. I mean, okay, if I can play G3, I guess that's what I do here. Knight C3, but G3 at some point. Oh, it's your turn. I played Knight F3. Maybe I should play Knight C3 right away, but whatever. Okay. Whatever. You got to kind of root for Argentina. I like to root for the underdogs in whatever I'm watching. I always root for the underdog. I gotta root for underdog, but no big sentimental attachment for me. Originally, I was rooting for France in the World Cup. Who resigned? Maybe it was you, good old fried chicken. Maybe you resigned instead of getting dropped out. Did you check? Yeah, so Rosentalis plays this all the time. It's not supposed to be great for white, but it's good to have original ideas. It's more important that you understand what you're doing than how good it is objectively. Okay, F3. That's a surprising move. That takes. Takes me by surprise here. You know, not what I would expect. Probably f4 or knight f3. Um, it takes the wind out of b5. There's a lot of flexibility in black's position. I can do many different things. e5 still. The tempo down now. Not an idea. I don't like d5, e5. Playing for c5 would be the best. Probably. You could play g4. That's scary. Don't like that. I don't like that. I have to be honest. Don't have to be honest, but I'm going to be honest. I don't like g4. Brian, is b5 really bad? Unclear. Genuinely don't know what to do. Knight bd7, g4, h6. Knight e2, c5. We'll try to play for that. Did you play c5 in 2 moves here? No. Okay. No, no. Check, take. Best is knight a3. As you can see, I'm working on the Grunfeld lately. Most people take on e4. Our hero did not. Now what do I do? I think e5 is considered best. It's not obligatory. Okay, so knight c6. So move 11, what's the deal here? You never know. Rook b8, Believsky. One can never noses. I never liked bishop f4. I've always been a bishop g5 player, but frustrating. Okay, this is interesting. So you're going to take on c5? You can't do that. Not allowed. Transposition to the Bogo is feels almost unavoidable here. We could play like Sun Prism or something. A3. Take with the knight. E3. Yeah, best move, number 1. Engine plus 0.2 for black at first glance. That's black's best move. So, yeah, I think this is what Rosie plays. I made this blunder. It's not really a blunder, but it's not good because of Queen A5 check. It's not great. Let's say, oh, this is not a Grunfeld. I thought it was a Grunfeld. I get confused. This is a Grunfeld. This is a King's. What is that? I don't know. All right. So C3. Clever. You read the Nimzo Bogo book? Oh no. My old friend, he put one of my games in his book on the Nimzo Bogo. Interesting. Must be desperate. Huh. He's not my friend. I thought he was very arrogant and weird, but I never met him in person. Just we had an online interaction. But Greatness is greatness. Nimzo. It must have been Nimzo. Yeah, I played that variation a few times, but it my only decent result with black in that line was like a draw with Chernyshov or something. I think I lost with white in that line. Knight c6 Zerg variation. It's just a kind of easy thing to play. It's not great for black. Book is 10 years old. I'm 100 years old. So yeah, since I'm 100 years old, that doesn't seem relatively that old, right? That's relatively young by book standards for me. Sicilian. I feel like I'm 100 years old. The dark square style. Yeah, I tried to play the variation a few times. Who did I lose against? I feel like I've had a couple games, but Chernyshov was the best player I played. It was kind of a weird game. My knight with black went from like f6 to g4 to h6 in a closed structure. But I can't think of what other like memorable games I've had in that variation. Only a few times. Where do I go here? Yeah, this is a King's Indian, tactically. So knight f6 takes. Oh, knight f6 takes. Actually, my knight gets trapped on e4. Well, not completely. Knight f6 takes e5, knight e4. f3, queen h4 check. g3. That doesn't look good. So I hate playing knight e7. Normally, I think maybe I'm supposed to do d6 now, then. That ensures me to be able to play, of being able to play knight f6, I guess. Sielecki. Oh, we had a new idea here a while ago, but move 11, he just comes and drops a gift sub and leaves. Move 11, and I looked at knight f6. Knight f6, e5, knight d5. That's a c3 Sicilian transpo. I think I had people even sacking pieces, like knight f6, e5, knight d5, bishop c4, knight b6, bishop takes f7 check or something crazy. That can't be right. But knight f6 is not safe. D6, d5 is the main move here. I don't know. Whatever. What happened here? That's funny. That looks like an exchange for Lopez, but it's a Caro-Kann. The Invisible Man. Now what do I do? Don't know. I mean, G3 would be like the standard thing to do, but I don't like know what I'm gonna do about that. Knight D2, perhaps. Threatening your pawn on E5. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, this is theory. Very critical. Wait, didn't I have another game with someone like this recently? Who are you? This became a Sicilian. The Kraken, see, that's what's so cool. It can just morph into other things. A5. Don't like that, really. Dude, that's not good. That's not good. The queen b3, queen b6 thing. Well, yeah. So I think this is best move too. We have an expert playing black here. You never know when I can play knight takes e5, fe5, queen h5 check. What is that about? Knight e5, fe5, queen h5 check. Is it possible c5 is a mistake? He has king d7 there. King d7. I can't sack a piece. He could even go king d7, king c6. So I'm gonna need a lifeline to Eduardas. What do you do after they do this? Rosenthal has played this for years, and I don't understand. Maybe he was just avoiding other people's theory, but he would almost never lose. But as far as winning, I don't know. I don't know how you win necessarily. Okay, exchange variation is it's lame, obviously. It's obviously lame. Mainline BOGO. So you haven't put your knight on c6 there. Bishop c4 also. So this is the trap. And then b5. But again, someone remind me, what's the point of b5 here? Oh yeah, you do b5 and then you take on b3 and they have to give you their late square bishop, but it's not that clear. Ow, man, my neck fucking hurts. Wow. No, yeah, b5, knight takes b3, c takes b3. It's not clearly that awful for white. I got that position. If people blunder into that position all day, it's very common. Some strong players have accidentally allowed queen a5 check. It's not like you're lost or anything. So this, though, knight c6, e4, knight c6, knight c3. c5 is obviously a little early. Knight b6. Unprovoked. Wow, that doesn't look like a good idea. So black is lost? Are you lost, though? I think so. Here? This move is not a problem. I'll tell you the honest truth, like what concerns me in these type of setups is actually this type of thing, where they put the bishop on a6, because it's like you don't want to play c4. Pinning yourself with knight c4 is awkward. Moving the queen is awkward. There's no easy way to answer that type of thing, but I think that, bishop g4 is probably wrong. Anywho. Okay, so, yeah. Well, we've been here, done that. This is, dude, it's King's Indian Defense playing this with white. Are you serious? You don't play this. You play the same thing against me with black, right? That's like our draw with black a couple weeks ago. Rook e1, knight f1. What am I supposed to do now? Knight d7. Normally the knight is on c6 and black plays for e5. I know it's suspicious you're talking about that position because it seems like something you would play. Exact same position we had with colors reversed. Welcome everybody to stream. Happy World Cup Day. Don't forget to donate. And every time you donate you take health away from our new stream boss, King's Indian Defense. Donate to Tyler now. Donate so I can buy Tylenol for my neck that hurts from leaning over watching World Cup yesterday. I want to be more autistic. The Tylenol is making people offer draws. Whatever. All right, now I can play knight f6 finally. This is a bad Queen's Indian for black with no space. Now with no space. Takes, knight g5. Oof. Takes, knight g5, bishop g2. Knight e6, queen c8. Knight g5, bishop g2, king g2. Then you have different ways of defending that. So pawn takes pawn is overrated. Doesn't work. Why should it work? Giving up my strong point on d5 makes no sense. This is a long maneuvering game ahead of us. Knight g5. Not a constructive move. I mean, I gotta make constructive moves. All right, we got everything. We'll just anchor the center here. Wow, I am not familiar with a4. Is that a move? a4, a6, a5. That looks like a real thing. a4, a6, a5. Knight a5. Knight a5. So a6, a5. a6, a5, bishop b4, knight e5. That's a problem as well. Beliavsky discovered this setup for black in the early 90s with rook b8, and I just played it because someone mentioned it recently to me. As I said, I don't normally play the black side of the Queen's Gambit. I did try it at various stages without much success. So what can we play here? Knight a5. It's kind of an extreme move. Knight a5, knight on bd2. Or even, yeah, knight e5, knight on bd2. Then what do I do? Like a6? Interesting. But it's problematic. Knight a5, knight on bd2, a6. You can play all sorts of shit there. This is too slow. It's too slow. Bishop b4 right away. Maybe. I don't know what to do. We out of here, Bob. Wow. This doesn't look good for white. Oh, this is the guy who lost the pawn in the opening. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know which way to take. I guess opening the F file. Speaking of not knowing which way to take, what does Rosenthalis do? Rosenthalis. Take with the pawn. Rosenthalis came to play last year in Hungary. I wasn't there, but he did really badly. Didn't do well in some GM Swiss, or what do they call it? But it's brave when you're like 60 years old and you play in. It's brave to be like a 60-year-old grandmaster and play in some tournaments with young players. Catronius Rosenthalis played here, and some tournaments filled with young players, and they got beat up. But still, kudos to them to putting their lives on the line. Bishop e2 is not the main line. Bishop e5 check, and then knight d7 was played in a game by this guy who tried to take a move back against me once. It is a weird line I studied. I'm trying to avoid theory. White is better, but not by much. Stochko. I'm not sure which game is yours. We'll see. So, here, sorry, this is okay, knight c6, putting pressure on d4, so you can't play like knight g5 or something. This is a passive Queen's Gambit. Not c6, but knight e4 or b6 are the main lines there. This is probably a mistake. All right, which way do I take? Toward the center. Always take toward the center. Except in this case. Duh. I have a problem. So interesting. If you take with a c pawn, black has b5 now. Oh no. Oh no. Takes b5. Yep. That's very annoying. Oh no. So I have to take with the e pawn. This is not what I wanted. So e4 was inaccurate then. I should have prepared it with something like rook e1. Looks like a significant inaccuracy. CD b5. CD b5, queen b3, b4, or a6, a4, b4. It's a shit show. I have to take this way. That sucks. Yep, boring. Another draw. Aha. Yeah, I don't think so. This is definitely not a draw. Offer a draw when you're lost. You have nothing to lose. Uh-huh. So what's the deal here? Knight c4, b5, knight a5, or a4 first? a4 first? Knight c4, b5, knight a5. This structure reminds me of Nesmedinov games. Great player. Now what do I do? Oh no. Oh no. What an inspiring player. So e5. e5. e5, d5. Knight b4, e4. And then what? Like c6? Do you have a3 there? So I think the question is, should black maybe consider a different plan? Bishop e6, rook e1, a5, a4, standard type stuff. Now it's a really decent looking Najdorf. Fun. See, the Kraken can become a Najdorf. If you asked me what the opening was, I would say it was an f4 Najdorf. If you just showed me this position and said, well, what opening was this? It's obviously an f4 Najdorf, but I don't know how the bishop's on d4 exactly. The knight went back to f3, and then white played like bishop d4. The knight was on d4, it went back to f3, and then the bishop went from a3 to d4. I guess. e5 doesn't work. Maybe it does. Take, 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 take. e5 takes, 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 takes. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4. And I lose a piece. That sucks. In any case, it's not necessary to play e5, obviously. It is necessary, however, to develop my pieces at some point. Okay. Queen c7. Bishop e7. g6, anyone? Bishop e7 is so passive. I want to play e5. How does it work, though? How can I make it work? e5 takes, takes. Sacking a pawn. Non-impressive. Non-impressive. So somebody's reading the book on Selecki, Nimzo, Bogo, and then I get this position. Are you serious? This is like old school Bogo stuff, right? Obviously, this is sinus. Wait, some prisms in the Simul too. Okay, it could be either of them, but it's probably one of them. What do I do now? I don't really have a lot of options. Maybe knight e1. It's not great, though. Okay, so now what do I do? Knight a5. It's all fine and good till someone loses an eye. Bishop takes, rook takes. No. Knight a5. What else to do? We're still much better. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not a big fan of these symmetrical structures. I'm not a big fan of saying I'm not a big fan, actually. That's totally like Trump's favorite phrase. A lot of people use it. Oh no, another draw offer. But black is very restricted. Not a lot of counterplay here. But the symmetrical structure makes it hard to create imbalance or attack. Really do anything, you know? It's kind of a bummer. I don't know why I want to play Queen C2. Come up with a plan, man. It's probably not a great move order for me. I had some games with Nefedov, who now never comes to the stream anymore, but similar to this. Check. You didn't say check. Okay. And now, knight g5. This is a King's Indian, isn't it? It's the same as King's Indian. Transposition. Or, yeah. Or, yeah. Marazzi on the pawn on e7, it's Marazzi. This is a King's Indian. I don't know, rook e8. Never going to get in d5. Knight takes, bishop takes. I'm not loving that. Trade. Now I can play e5 for lack of a better plan. Oh, speaking of trading. Interesting. Okay, fine. Maybe knight h4, rook au1, rook e3. What happened now? Queen e7? You want to castle queenside? No way. Mm-hmm. Well, you still haven't told me which way you're going to castle. Kingside or queenside? A lot of choices. The dynamic way for black to play these type of structures would be like c5, a6, and b5, but not so easy to get that in. I can also try to break in the center with c6 and d5, but then he'll castle queenside. Black has to be prepared for white to castle either way here. Objectively. Bishop e6 doesn't do a lot. That feels like developing for the sake of developing. Knight d7, trading pieces, is not that easy either. C6 weakens my d6 pawn. Well, let's operate under the assumption that white is going to castle queenside and play the sharpest way possible. I should prepare myself for that. Preparing like b5 and queenside breaks and whatnot. Maybe a6 here. Then he goes quiet, castles kingside. a6, c5, a6, bishop e2. This has to be like a pro playing white, by the way. It's like the perfect move order. He played literally the perfect move order, no? Look at this. Very few people handle this right. Because I'm forced to play d6. I don't want to play d6. I would prefer to play knight f6, but takes e5 is a problem. Maybe I can go back to g8 in that line. You know, that needs to be investigated. It's like an accelerated dragon. But somebody, you know, who's really thinking about this. If I don't play c6 or a6, what do I do? Could just blockade. Knight d7. Waving a red flag. a5. I feel like a6. But then white goes kingside. So I need a plan that works either way. Most likely my exchange of knights on d4 wasn't exactly the best. Bishop e6. It seems logical. Developing a piece. Then the kingside attack starts. Like g4. Been there, done that. Rook e8 is also interesting. Rook e8, asking questions. All right, this is good for black. Whoever that is playing that position is clearly a very strong player. Bishop f4. I don't know what to do. A lot of problems figuring moves out here. Never had too much experience, of course, playing this. Knight h4, knight e7, black is fine. Knight fd2, same thing. So what's my plan? Don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. b6, if you get in b6. All right, let's do a5. Aha. Right. Ooh, I see. Change of plans. Speaking of plans, change of plans. I have that, knight f5. f4? No. Oh, okay. Right. g4 right away. That's insane. You are insane. Oh, wow. You're really asking for it. Bishop takes g4. Jeez, dude. Bishop takes g4. Bishop f6. Bishop f6. I mean, this has to be a try. You serious? Unnecessary chess riddle, unnecessary to allow that sacrifice for my opponent. Gents, that's putting it lightly. Now don't exaggerate. Okay. Bishop g4, anyone? Bishop e4, my other bishop g4. Bishop e4, f5, okay. So now, we're just going to move the knight. We're not sacrificing any knights. Could sacrifice a knight here, I would imagine. h4. h4. Huh? It's a bit much. No? All right, let's not do that. So he's playing knight e7, knight c6. c3. Controversial. Wow. Wait. Maybe a4 is too early. Can you really take on a4 and just keep the pawn like that? I guess. What else can I do? Bishop e6. That allows knight g5. Bishop f5. What does it do? The pawn's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about the double pawn. Whatever. Uh-huh. Now your bishop can't move, so I guess rook e1. And then this position, I believe d6. I believe the hype. I can't remember, actually. Maybe bishop g5 for white there. Check and knight g4. Tempting, but it doesn't really do anything, huh? Check is check. But ultimately, I'm not sold on it. Yeah. What the? Wow. Yeah, I get that idea, but I don't know, man. Queen takes. Not the plan here. Shit. Bishop takes. Check. Queen takes. Does that have a logic? Queen takes. Queen takes idea. Queen h4 check. King d1. Well, I get the initiative in a bunch of pawns. Queen takes. Pawn takes g4. Queen h4 check. Queen f2. Bishop takes c3. Queen takes. Check. Queen f2. Takes. Rook takes, check. He's paralyzed there. Yeah, I think queen takes might actually be better. Let's see, though. Let's look at bishop takes. No, I like queen takes better. Hello? Oh, man, neck hurts. H4. Still a viable option. You're threatening f5. After f5, my knight has nowhere to go. Look at that. That's a disaster. Look. Knight trap. G4 f5. It's also not good. Did I plan on playing knight c5 right away? Then black has g6 anyway. Oh. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just the way I slept, but I think it was from leaning over watching TV. All right. Anyway, Chess Riddle is here. Come on, my pieces are active. Knight c5, g6, queen h6. No, doesn't work. Nothing works. This is so stupid. Black has 19 minutes. And then there's bishop e8 type of stuff. c4 allows knight d4. Did you mention f4, knight f2? I mean, that's kind of the default move, I guess. f4, f5, knight f2. I didn't need to weaken my queen side. Well, I mean, my pawn here, necessarily. All right. Pawn takes pawn. Computer's probably going to say take with a piece. In the structure, isn't it? Yeah. My pawn's hanging, so bishop e4. Is this book? Do. Here. Oh, you're attacking my pawn. If I play e6, you sideline my knight for the rest of its natural existence. So I have to take the knight to f5 immediately. Queen c2. Oh my god. Do I play? This is weird. I got bamboozled by a Catalan expert. Knight b3, queen c4. Knight c1. Queen takes b4. Knight e2 check. King h1 and my knight is trapped. Okay, that's weird. Queen d5. Kind of insane. I guess I can take on a3. Don't love it. So strange. Must be a very strong player. I didn't think so. I mean, a4, I don't ever remember seeing that. I guess this book. So maybe bishop b4 is wrong. I don't know what I'm supposed to play there. This is some sort of expert. Andrino Giardino. He's got a lot of knowledge in these fianchetto systems. Looks right for white. It looks good for white. What am I supposed to do? Everything looks bad. Why is my rook on b8? I can't get anything. Knight b3, queen takes c4. Knight takes a1. Queen takes b4. Now my knight's trapped. That's really stupid. Everything doesn't work here. It's like I have to take with the bishop on a3 now. Yeah, it looks bad. Bishop takes, rook takes, knight b3. Queen takes c4, knight takes c1, rook takes c1. The hell am I doing? I have the worst position. I mean, I don't understand what happened here, why this is wrong, what I did wrong. It doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem like I made any mistakes. He easily picks up the pawn. There's no tricks. I can't get his dark square bishop. Knight b3. How about that? Knight b3, queen c4, and then bishop takes a3. It's a transposition. I don't see anything better. Queen d5 is stupid. Castles, knight takes c4. Okay, I traded pieces. But he's got this killer dark square bishop. I don't like it. How does this work again? Knight b3. Oh, yeah, takes first. Okay, whatever. Oh, he pre-moved. Well, that was a very strong pre-move. You know, you should at least think about pawn takes. I don't ever win 20 out of 20. No. That's like a Magnus Carlsen score. I've never had a perfect simul. I'm lucky if I don't lose at least one game. Hmm. E5, E5, D5, E5. No, I don't like it. It's another Catalan pro. Everybody's a Catalan pro around here. It's interesting. Do I have to do that? E5 takes, knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes. It's like a big draw. Check. I was thinking of sacrificing the exchange. Rook takes E7. Rook takes d7, knight e7, knight takes d6. That's not even sacrificing the exchange. He has to take with the rook. Oh, you're attacking my bishop. Okay, I'm an idiot. Rook takes, but still it works. It's just a massive exchange. So maybe I should try something else. I can play bishop g5. You have knight e5. Simple knight e7, rook e7, rook e7. It's nothing. Bishop g5 is interesting. Wait a second. I have bishop takes d6. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not thinking tactically at all. Here. Oh, your bishop's on d2. I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Really need to be careful. There is danger here. Clear and present danger. No, castling queenside doesn't look too safe. I don't like knight h4. I'll tell you right now. White solid. Blue solid. Yeah, we need to think about this. Bishop c8. I can always play bishop c8 if I have to. Why the hell not? Yeah, what was I thinking in this game? I think I was not thinking. It's a disaster. Okay. So the plan doesn't work. I just have what appears to be a slightly dubious position. I guess we can try knight. Let's see, bishop d7, knight e5. That's fucking great. Bishop d7, knight e5, bishop c6. Groveling for technical ways out at this point. Oh my god, bishop d7, bishop d2. Bishop d7, bishop d2. That's horrible. Bishop d7, bishop d2, b6, takes. It's not so bad for me, actually. Bishop d7, bishop d2, b6, knight e5. That's a shit show. Knight b3. Now my pawn's not defended. Queen takes c4, knight takes c1, rook takes c1, c6. Clearly worse. What a fail. This is what I get for trying to play d4, d5. b5. Oh my god. b5 is horribly ugly. b5 takes, rook takes b5. Are you serious? Strangely enough, that might almost work. Takes, rook takes b5, bishop d2. It looks terrible for black. This is terrible. My king is in the center. Why don't I just castle? I think I should castle. It's got to be the best. I mean, at this point, the hell out of the center. Just admit that I fucked up. Uh-huh. All right. Boring. This is theory, I think. Isn't that weird? Oh wow, this could actually still be book. Um, Queen B3. Queen B3, knight C6, Queen B7, knight A5. Oops. Queen A6. Queen B3, knight C6. You're threatening knight A5 there. So I shouldn't do that. Just develop. What can I do? Graph C1. Rook A C1. You're threatening Queen B6. Okay, so maybe I should play A5. A5, knight D7. Knight D5. I don't know what to do here, man. This is getting very technical. I don't think I deserve to be better necessarily, but I shouldn't be worse. White's a little extended. Still feels like white should be better. Computer would be better. Knight D5 is nothing. A5. A5, B6. Or B5. Takes. How do I defend my B pawn? With rook A3. But ultimately, you have knight D7 now. I don't know what else to do, though, honestly. Okay. There, in between move. Okay. Well, we can always sack the exchange. Yeah, but I mean, I'm skeptical of bishop A3. Fancy move syndrome? Whatever. Ooh, I have multiple moves. Bishop H6. Bishop C3. Queen C3. Queen takes G4. Check. Two pawns for the piece. Or three pawns for the piece. Three pawns for a piece. It's a three pawns for a piece sale. Whoa. Player uses no time. That's dangerous. No? What's the plan? Rook Fe1? I don't get it. Maybe I should just take on E5. Brings his knight to a good square. Oh, you go back. I don't know. This is very, very subtle. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. So I was thinking maybe even bishop c8. No problem. Sensory deprivation tank. I see. No, I mean, where does my knight go? At this point, it should be obvious. Hmm. Because 97 e4 is a problem. Does it anyway. Okay. The BFD type question here. Check. B4. My knight gets trapped if I try the tactic now. But if I take first, you take, I take first. Knight takes d4, bishop takes d7, knight e2 check. Yep. It's very interesting stuff. Takes, check. King h1. Takes, rook e1. Yeah, it's too much. Too much. Taking, maybe. Forget about it. I'm going to lose a piece if I do that. So, what's the deal? Rook a5. What does it do? Oh, that's an exchange. Okay. King e2. What do you do after king e2? Oh, you have queen g4 check. Okay. That's out of the question. Queen h5 check. Also out of the question. So I have to take on c5, go on opposite color bishops. Take. Take. Opposite color bishops. It's fine. Check. Smash your structure for what it's worth. Oh, main line. Right. All book. The bookman. Mikhail 1967. This is all, I think this is all still theory. Though not really important. I feel like I've had this exact position on the board with the stockfish. I normally don't play such symmetrical structures. But this looks like perfect play by both sides. Now what? That's the question. Maybe bishop g3. Takes, knight h5. I don't know. I thought he was blundering a rook here, but he's not. So it really is 3 pawns for the piece. Maybe I should take with a rook. Pin it and win it. Check. Maybe he trades queens, tries to trade queens. The active word being tried to trade queens. Okay. I don't know. Knight e2, allowing knight h4. Oh, I have queen b6. Then d5 hangs. All right. So e6. Here, I had intended to take with the pawn, but I'm beginning to think that maybe I should take the other way. White's pieces are very active in this position. Like very, very active. He has bishop f6. Um, mm-hmm. Obviously, rook a3, queen b8, queen c2, bishop takes c4. Okay, so this is concerning. Knight d5. Bail out with knight d5, bishop d5, pawn d5. Probably a draw. We might have to bail out at some point. Before we do something stupid, I mean, queen b8 is going to walk into bishop takes c4. Knight d5, knight d5, bishop takes g7. Knight d5, rook takes b3. Knight, and we're going to lose a pawn there, man. This is not good. This is not good. This is actually very upsetting. And White's, that's our hero. He plays on chess.mom. That's right. Thou shalt not play on chess.mom. You're underrated. If you play on chess.mom, you're underrated. Knight d5. Rook takes b3. No, I don't take. I don't take on f6. I just take on a6. I don't see what else I can do there. All right. Thou shalt not play on chess.mom. Now you lose a pawn. You took the wrong way. Maybe not. It is a tricky trap. Okay. Knight takes, bishop takes, check, and then g3. It's not clear, though. I might be able to bail my knight out, don't I? I bail it out with d4. There's all sorts of crazy complications. Check. Oh my god. It's interesting, though. Knight d4, bishop d7, check, king h1, king d7, g3. Yeah, great. Now I have to play d4 with my king on the d line. How's my knight ever going to get out? It's stupid. Of course, I don't have to do that. What would Capablanca do? Like knight a5? Probably. It's really dry. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to do anything fancy there. Queen a6 wins material. Yeah, but I mean now. Okay, this is getting pretty interesting. Bishop h6. Oh no. Oh no. Am I just winning after bishop h6? I wish. Oh, probably I am. Bishop h6. So f6 can be protected in a couple of different ways. But black is sans. Ooh, sans. Fans b7 bishop here. Knight e4, king g7. Knight e4, king g7. Queen f3. Oh my god. This must be exchanged. Now, well, I can take with the bishop, but that's... Nah, I mean, I can take with the bishop. Which way? Rook takes b2, illegal. Let's see, bishop takes d5, knight d5, bishop g7, king g7. Looks drawish. But I guess take with the pawn, leaving me with a bad bishop. The bad bishop has some potential, though. Maybe I'd rather not say I did. Rather not say I did. All right, now I thought I had a move, but it's not so clear. Oh yeah. Wow. Yep. Yep. You sack the exchange anyway, even though I'm not even castled here. He has 95. So I suppose this is playable. But I'm not really afraid. I think it might be equal. Opposite color bishops here gets interesting now. Technical. But I kind of like white. So he's lost. Uh-huh. Wow, I have e4. And nobody cares about it? I even have queen takes d5. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, but what does queen takes d5 do? Nothing special. Yeah, but it's okay. Queen d5, knight g5, queen c4. Queen e5, rook d1. I'm always playing queen c4. Or I play e4. I mean, why do I want to do that? Dude. c6, really? This doesn't seem like something... I don't know, honestly, I don't feel like this is Sung Prism. But we can reveal now who everyone is. Yeah, it's not Sung Prism or Sinus. That's why I was thrown here. You know, I don't think either of them would play exactly like this. Is my queen trapped yet? You better take now. What? What? Okay. Queen e2. Queen b3 is lame. There's knight a5. Then b2 pawn is hanging, but his queen is trapped if he takes there. So I don't have to defend the b2 pawn. Just have to defend my bishop. Although bishop e2 is kind of passive. It's exposed on c4. Maybe bishop d3. I don't know. All right, this is looking drawish, but I was concerned I would be worse in this game. Frankly, my dear. Yeah, it's better not to have an isolated pawn, I guess. Huge knight on f5, but black is still okay. Knight f5, queen b7. No, can't. Probably queen e6 then. I got to assume this is all known theory. I would assume bishop f4, maybe. Bishop f4, queen a5. How's my kingside attack coming along? Well, you could play h4 at some point. Rook c8. You have rook c8? The hell does bishop f4 do anyway? a4, right? a4, knight a5. This is probably theory. It's equal. Should be about equal. If you overestimate your position, though, you lose in chess. This seems to happen all the time. h4, bishop h4, h4. Queen d3. What does it do? What doesn't it do? I don't know. All right, another pawn. It's an important pawn. Which way do you take? King e2. Not so easy. Oh man, am I worse? Well, it's possible, right? I'm worse. I can't defend the a5 pawn in the natural sort of way. But I have a move. Okay. This is scary. Damn. This is chess nerdo. Oh my god. Shit. I have a move. Wow. There. That's lucky. I have king e2. Holy shit. But ultimately, what does it do? No, I chase him off. I get him off the third rank, and then I can play b4 and get my bishop trapped or something. What's this? We are winning. Can do that. It's equal. Okay, I was thinking your queen is trapped after a3. But it's not trapped. Okay, a3, queen c5, and then we'll see. I thought you'd see it my way. But maybe I need to play a5. There's no time to waste here. Another interesting move is rook e5, just getting some development space. Rook e3 also pinning him. I don't want to screw around here and play too passively. I mean, rook e3 has got to be a good move. No? Famous last words. He took away the c4 square. Whatever. Fine. Fine. You want to go to e4. I can pin you. Where do I go? Queen trade? Queen trade. How do I trade queens? Good question. Bishop f5. Pick a square. Queen d7, probably. Blocking my bishop. Queen d8. Queen d8. For lack of a better move. Queen d7 blocks my bishop. Why is that important? It blocks my bishop. Why do I care if it blocks my bishop? Well, it defends the pawn. Plus d7 gets hit by knight e4 and knight c5. Although I don't know that that even matters. Position is probably like just a little bit better for white here. What are the important factors? Pawn structure. With d8, I had for f6. But if he plays knight e4, I have to pin him. Queen e6, knight e4. No, queen e6, queen takes d7. I have to go here. Queen d8. Draw offer. Oh, it's Gutan. Wow, Gutan. Oh no, the boring. I didn't know you were in. Gutan the boring. We had this before, I should have remembered. You hadn't been here for, or we hadn't had this for a few weeks, so I forgot this variation now. b4 is a kind of risky move for white. I don't think that's really recommended. You know? I would not offer a draw playing b4. I think the black is better here. He's kind of overextended. I'm inclined to play for a win there. Yeah. Okay. Problem is like f3 is very weakening. Knight e4, knight e4. c1. h6 check. Oh no. h6 check. What am I talking about? g6, knight h6 check. Oof, knight e4, knight e4. Okay. Woof, woof. Queen c6. I gotta pay attention. Here, h6. h6 or g6? You chose to play h6. You chose wrong. No, I'm just kidding. White is better. Zoltan Supa. Zoltan Ribley. Mihai Ribley. White is better. I mean, have you thought about playing the Petrov? It would probably suit your style. Some person playing e4, e5. The center with c4 would be an important structural upgrade. Why not play c4 for me? Some sort of knight b4 crap? I think I have to, ultimately. I offered a draw and black declined. Maybe he wasn't aware of the draw offer. In any case, I don't really think that white can be worse. What black can be worse, though? You get mated. I did win a game like similar to this. I won a game similar to this last year. I think black is playing to lose. But I don't want to be too optimistic. First of all, we can tie him down to e7. Definitely should accept the draw there. Queen almost trapped. Oh, it is trapped now. He has f5. f5 and g5. Though neither of those squares looks optimal. This is clearly very dangerous for black. b4. No downside of b4. Don't think that b4 is... It's a little weakening, but not a big deal. I don't need to play it, though. I can play something else. There's a lot of moves. The natural move is what? Like knight d6? Attacking the b7 pawn. Shit, and he's... Oh, man, he's in the line. Whoa. I just realized I have rook on c1. I'm almost winning a piece here. Oh, no. Knight e4. Knight e4. But my knight is hanging. I'm going to end up winning material. Knight c7 is also possible. Whoa. Knight c7, rook d8. My god. Knight c7, rook d8, unfortunately. Knight e4, he sacks his queen, maybe? Probably the best try. Actually, I'm not sure if that works. Knight e4, move the queen, take on f6. Still not 100% clear. There's got to be a win here for white. I'm just not seeing it. It's not that simple. Don't want to play f3. I don't really want to play f3, I said. He's tied down to this. That will be defended. Right. Okay, yeah, I was trapping his rook with knight d5, so now I have time to play b4. Then my bishop rather gets trapped. No. We play b4, defending the a pawn. We can hold. We're not worse after b4. Cheapo effect. Cheapo's in effect. Rook b8, knight d4. Damn, he thought a long time on this move. Okay, so b6 is playable, but it looks kind of bad due to takes and knight e5. My plan was to play knight b3 originally, but he has bishop b4 there. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. I don't like bishop b4. So we could go back and just be slightly worse. So maybe we do have to play b6. Opens up the b file if he takes. Kind of Catalan, normal Catalan stuff. b6. I have bishop a6. b6, knight e5, queen takes d4. b6. b6, bishop a5, pawn takes. Knight e5, bishop b7. I think this is our move. Uh-oh. He went back. Okay, this is not a big deal, though. I don't like this square. Can always go back with my guy. Okay, what about I just ignore you. Knight c4. Takes. Oh, I forgot to turn some programs off here that are slowing down my computer. Knight c4, bishop f5, pawn f5. Those are some nice bishops you got there. Knight e3. Not like my queen. Knight e7 check. Oh my god, you're hanging the exchange. Wow. I totally missed it. Draw from Peppa Pig. Draw offer by Peppa Pig. Usually it means they're like afraid if they offer a draw, but this is a simul, so I'm gonna be on the careful side. I mean three pieces, 3 pawns for the piece. He has rook g3. I don't think I'm winning here. I think this is really equal. Dynamic equality. Queen f3, rook g3. Queen c6, whatever. It's fine. Draw's fine. I mean, I had 3 pawns for the piece. It's okay. All right, I take a draw. Oh no. Whoa. Oh, I missed this. I missed this move. But okay, what if we just chill, play something safe? Black is paralyzed. Take, bishop takes, activates his bishop. I don't like that bishop on f6, attacking my b2 pawn. Don't love it. If I play knight c3 right away, you have to trade queens. Now this is weak. This is weak. We've got to be fast. Yeah, black declining the draw here. Kind of inappropriate, but fine. Do what you want to do. I'm not losing this position to probably Magnus, but it is possible. He has queen b6, so I should centralize my queen. Draw offer. Another draw. Yeah, I mean, ops color bishops. But I don't think that I'm better. My bishop's sort of trapped. Not boring draws, though. Interesting draws. I need to get my king out. Is knight d4 a threat? Is knight f5 a threat? Maybe. Maybe knight f5 is a threat. Legend rank. I thought it was degen rank. Legend rank. Who lost to draws? Oh, well, you have to be rational. The game has a life of its own. You have to respect. You have to respect the game. If you try to force it, that's when you lose. But it's better to draw than lose. That's just a little bit of a tip. A draw's half a point, losing is 0. But knight f5, okay. I could play e5. e5, bishop g5. e6, e6, bishop e7, castles. e6, knight d4. It's funny, e5, knight d4. There is bishop b7, though. You gotta kind of like that move. Maybe I go with... I'm hanging the pawn again? I'm an idiot. Okay, there is bishop b7. Yeah, hang a pawn. Bishop e6. Sack in exchange. I keep suggesting these, like, stupid moves. Okay. Now what? Rook a7. Rook c7. Yeah, so b2's hanging. You got this threat of 95. BFD. It's kind of a typical Catalan. I'm up a pawn, but it won't matter. Gotta be a little bit careful. If I lose my c7 pawn, I could be just kind of... Well, anyway, I gotta take the pawn. Now do I take? No. Do I take? No. Develop. Legend rank, not degenerate drank. All right. We're up the exchange. Ooh, that was a close one. Still, there's annoying stuff like bishop b5. Not crazy about that. Want to consolidate here. This looks risky. Okay, so this is sinus, of course. What if bishop g4 now? No, I didn't know this was sinus. I had no knowledge whatsoever who I was facing here. Bishop g4, bishop f3. But black is okay. I mean, what's the problem? No problem. My plan was queen f6, but what does that do? Bishop g4. Square peg, round hole. 7th rank. You got this. Still. Yeah, I mean, it is a very typical Catalan. Bishop b7, trading pieces. Or we can target. We target the a4 pawn. I'm just glad I got out of this alive because I felt like I had messed up the opening. It looked like I had messed it up. Queen d6, loose rook. Loose rooks drop off. So on queen d6, what does he do? Ooh, that's a sneaky move. Damn, I win material? I'm not sure. We'll see. Cheapo? What's the cheapo? Cheapo rank. Enabled. You hung a piece? No, he's trading pieces, but I have rook takes d7. Should I take? We have a huge positional edge. Knight takes, rook d8, bishop c7. Knight takes. Yeah, we're just massaging him. But he has bishop f6 there. If I take on d7, I get his bishop. Take on d7, takes on c3. Recapture with a rook. I'm threatening rook takes c6. He does have some counterplay, like rook d2, rook d8, rook d2. I feel like this is I have better control of the position. Give the exchange back. But I don't believe I'm really worse here. That's conspiracy theory. Am I really worse here? Panda Master? Oh no. It's Panda Master blocked, but I don't remember why. I mean, I have to. There's this though. Bishop h3. Maybe you could defend against that? Are you serious? Oh no. So I should check first? Always check first before you cross the street. Yeah. Very awkward. 2 pawns up. There goes the center. King e7, b4. Wow. We'll see. Uh-huh. Oh, this is neat. Speaking of legend rank. All right, take the bishop. Good question. Well, I need my rook. I'm going to need my rook to play here. A6 is hanging. Your knight's on the side of the board, though. I don't like that knight. Knight, not great. Takes, check. I'm going to have to take the bishop, looks like. So, brutal bind on black here. Bishop f3 in the house. b4. It's hard for black to get out of this. Rook d8, trading pieces. Knight a5. Should I do knight d6? Knight d6, bishop f6. Nothing. Nothing there. There's nothing with my knight on d6. I can't do anything. It's like playing Leiko or something. Lay conditioning. We're out and winning. Clear winning. Okay. Good. Uh-huh. Well, queen d7, just coordinating. Queen d7, bishop c4, bishop b4. How about bishop f8? Yeah, Bobby Fischer doesn't like that. Bishop e2 does nothing. I swing the bishop to a6. Oh, guys, this is so amorphous. I don't know what to do. Amorphous position. Don't know where to start, really. That's the problem with Sinus. Doesn't make mistakes. Just kind of hangs out. Hangs out in amorphous positions and then wins. Well, he's not threatening anything, but I don't know what to do. You know, what do I do? Is like bishop b4 a threat? Not even that is a threat. I mean, what are you going to do? Take on c6, give up your light square bishop? That's kind of dangerous. Wait, there's no threats. I have no threats. We have that in common. Don't know what to play here. What's my plan? Like, just don't know. This is the kind of position you need time. Bishop f5, bishop e4. Maybe just bishop e6. Just being annoying. Then knight e4. Then knight c4. All right, that's it. You're fired. Check. You have c4. I have check, queen h4. Check, queen f2. Sorry. Yeah. Check, queen f2. Yeah, I don't see why not. And then what? Oh, f4, of course. Weird. Okay. So rook b1. Nice. Right. And now bishop h3. You're threatening b5. No, I have f4. Okay. I'm threatening f4. You're threatening pawn takes knight. Bishop h3, pinning you to the pawn. If b5. Scary. It's getting kind of scary. b5, b3. Knight takes d6 followed by f4. f6. And black's still surviving. Okay, bishop h3, b5, b3, b4, queen b2. No, then what? Then he like moves his king or something. It gets weird. Where does he move his king? Okay, f4. Pawn takes knight. Pawn takes knight. Rook takes. Rook takes. It's equal. Okay, knight d2, and I'm threatening to win. You're gonna double. No, you can't. So e5 was played, liberating the bishop on c8. That's an issue. Okay. Exchange sack. No. Bishop f3. Yes. Knight d6. Now you can't play bishop f6 anymore. Taking my pawn. That threat. Perfect. This is so stupid. What am I doing there? Oh well, I do have that. That's bad. It's too late. So knight e5. Knight e5 is threatened. Rook b4, knight e5, bishop b7. Takes. Well, it's kind of a mess. Rook b4, rook c1. Rook b4, rook c1, knight d5. Rook beware. Beware. Rook beware. Rook be there. Be there as it may. Yeah. I don't really want to trade queens necessarily. Rook b8. Okay. Queen b4. 95, bishop b7. 93 resigns. No. Queen takes, pawn takes, resigns. No. Bishop takes, queen takes. Knight c4. Very awkward. So 95 is a serious threat, and needs to be dealt with. Maybe I should just go back all the way to b8. It doesn't seem to be a better option here. With the idea of rook b8, 95, bishop b7, chop, chop. I think this is the sensible thing to do. Rook c1. You're not threatening it. I'm not threatening anything again. Yet. Rook a6 is interesting. Then bishop f1, right? Fine by me. Rook a6. I like rook a6. Except for knight e4. Then I have to play b6. Then you have knight g5. No. I have b6. Yeah, then c7 is really hanging. But I have knight c4. Still, rook a6 is really asking for it. I shouldn't do that. I could play b6, sack the exchange. Unnecessary. h6. 6 is interesting. Taking that out of the equation. You did that. f4. I could just play a3. Okay, so queen f2. It's never too late to castle. A bishop's a good blockader on d7. Queen f2. You have a move there? I don't know, but this move looks awfully sensible. All right, now we got to take back. And you're attacking me? Are you attacking me? Fine. Be that way. Knight f5. Okay, there as expected. Knight c4. Upscaler bishops. This is not going to be a win for black. So you sidestep the threat of f4. White is still better. Only a little. That was not on the radar. I have rook g8. Looks like a good move. Except for the fact that Panda Master offered a draw. Okay, this position is unclear. Whoever the mysterious Panda Master is, objectively I have a headache. A lot of these quick draws, like middle game draws. Okay, Botvinnik says bishop f3. And if e4, we go back. It does look good. There's also bishop c4. You lost the knight. And this obscure bishop is winning. Yeah, because we go on the 7th, and whatever. Takes. Oh, now you're offering a draw. But is it a draw? It's probably a draw. Takes, takes. It is a generous offer. I missed this move. Rook e5, forcing a trade of rooks. Or else a totally drawn rook in game. King f3, f5. King f3, f5, king e3, king f7. This is a draw. I think so too. Thank you for coming to your draw senses. Uh-oh, g5. Wow, that gets sharp. We gotta go for it. No, take, h5. Rook h8, g4, f5. All hell's breaking loose. Might have overestimated my position here. Let's see. Takes, rook d2. Are you threatening me again? Not immediately. Actually, I'd love to fix my pawns. So rook b6. His rook's hanging. You know, it's like... I don't see a problem with this. I can play bishop f8, which I mentioned earlier. Did I lose a piece yet? Wow. Your bishop's looking very nice on a3. You don't want to trade? Okay, it's nice, but it doesn't do anything. But it could do something eventually. I suppose this is quite tricky. I don't know which bishop to offer for exchange. Hostage exchange. I think bishop f8 is not a great idea. The rook a6 thing. This is very equal. This is one of those. This is another draw, basically. Should be another draw. I guess I can play f5. But that's the sort of double-edged type of move that can get us in trouble too. I don't rightly know what to do. Rightly. Sprightly. Bishop f8. Yeah, bishop f8 is this lame. I don't like it. b6, c5. b6. b6, c5. b6. b6 move the rook. b6 move the rook. b6 94. c5. Would you like an exchange? risky move. Pawn structure has been called. I have queen f6, another draw. Unbelievable. Every game is a draw. Okay. That's not a draw. I declined a draw there. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't like that move. We're going to have to play e5. Back ranks. I fixed the pawns. What'd you do? Instantly moving? You instantly moved. See, this is what he does. He uses up his time. And then suddenly when he gets lower, it's instant move, instant move. And he plays better. They do this. A lot of people do this. Why do you play better when you have less time? It seems to be the case always. Like you're just not really using your time. You're just in the shower or something in the beginning of the game. Okay, you only used 5 minutes for the whole game. That's true. 5 plus 50. It is only 10 minutes starting time. Sometimes I forget. You know, we used to have more starting time. It's true. The starting time has been reduced since the origin days. But wait, bishop f8? We mentioned that earlier. I was talking about c5. Or maybe I should seriously consider it. Okay, there's no reason to do that. Well, maybe there is. Yeah, see? How computery white is? Rook t1 back. What about bishop g4 now? It is interesting. Yeah, okay, rook a6 or not rook a6. Those are the options. But I mean, I have rook a6, and it's just temporary. It doesn't have to stay there forever. Rook a6 followed by rook c8. Rook a6. First there's back rank mate. Rook a6. Rook b1, rook c8, rook b3. h6. Knight a3 or something annoying. Maybe I don't mind giving him the a pawn. You know, it's an extra pawn anyway. What good does it do me? More important to control the open files, right? This is probably another mistake by me. Wow, which way do I take? Bishop takes, I guess. Rook takes, rook c8. Either way, I mean, not really sure. So, Forkington. You moved again. You don't like weakening your king side. I don't want to play bishop f5 and see, like, I could play bishop f5, actually. But I have no intention of playing for a win. I'm just playing for a draw. But if you want to play knight e4, is that a problem for me? Maybe I should play a different move altogether. Bishop knight e4 is the one thing I don't like, though. Bishop e6. Why didn't he play knight e4? He doesn't want to get pinned? No, it's knight c4. Of course. He can't allow knight c4. Or he shouldn't allow knight c4, I guess. That's why I played h6. There I thought maybe white doesn't take the pawn right away, but he had to. Okay. And now, aha, that's the problem. Oh no, rook h4, my rook is trapped. Great. Oh no, he's a genius. King f3, he's a fucking genius. Oh, but c3 will fall. Yeah, I didn't like that. I saw that. You're a bad hombre. Your knight has no good squares, though. First off, I thought just h4. Oh no. We played Derek before. I hadn't remembered. Okay. Guys, thanks so much for playing. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Because if you subscribe, we haven't had any subs except for an anonymous gift today. If you subscribe and donate to support the stream, it helps me to continue to do this. I'm going to be forced into online streaming retirement soon because basically I make my living by playing cash poker at this point and teaching chess lessons, but I'm generating like zero income from streaming. So it would be nice if a few people would toss in a few bucks now and then. We used to get actual financial support, but all right, I guess I take the exchange. Please consider donating. All right. So now there's this sort of counterplay stuff going on the queen side. What do I do? Rook d2. Consolidate. Well, I don't know. King h2 maybe. Mikhail seems like a decent player. We had a draw. I didn't realize that in a previous life. So far undefeated, but a bunch of draws. 5 draws. All of them were reasonable positions, though. White's down a rook here. Seen better days. This Catalan worked out very fortunately. The knight on the side is bad. Some a little bit better. Probably nothing major, though. This is also likely to be a draw. G5, interesting. Risky. Trying to fix his king side. Sinus. 98% accuracy. Yeah, that's a decent game. Is my rook trapped? Oh, I have a online outage or something. What's going on with my internet? Oof, internet not good. All right, we're back. We are back. Better than ever. Rook down. Yeah, he wants the C file stuff. And there's also knight f5. That's annoying. So, nice defense. Looks like I should have anticipated that before. Oh well. He has bishop c3 too. It's really annoying. Back rank check. Rook d4. Where's my bishop though? My bishop has no squares. This is a little concerning. Oh, rook b6. I almost forgot. Rook b6. That was an idea. Am I trapped? Yeah, you are down a rook. Dr. Rankenstein. My rook can go to h2, a bit more comfortable than that'd be a bit more comfortable than the other option. h3 preventing bishop g4. Fearless. Fearless in Seattle. C5. C5, 94. Ooh. F5. You gotta like F5. You gotta play F5 here. Come on. We gotta play F5. Bishop E4. I'm going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Yes. I saw that. But you have no immediate threat. Rook B2, not a big deal. I've got B5, excuse me, B5. B5, Rook C2 takes. B5, A5, B5, A5. My rook is trapped. B5, A5. Just back to D6 is probably like the sensible thing to do. I'm feeling lazy today. What? Knight B3. Where are you going from B3? You're not going anywhere. Wow. The back rank mate. Oh no. It's not mate. Bad move by me. I mean, I should have played H6 first. It was a very bad choice. Quite an inaccurate choice by me. We're winning by osmosis. B5 again? Well, there's always this B5, A5 business. So I'm being lazy here, but he's so fast. He has more than his original time left. I thought I was clearly better out of the opening. Well, I was. But now we need, to recognize that black has counterplay with rook C3, and rook C2. I don't like when they get counterplay. Well, I knew this would happen. I knew he would get the C file. I just thought I would still be better, but it's not so easy. He also has knight F5 threat. I just keep talking myself into this. If B5, A5, B5, A5, B5, A5, B6. This is how you lose, B5, A5, B6. Overextending. It's important to stay rational. You did bishop B4 now. Okay. Stay rational. Oh, I see. Right, right. Right. But then I go there. Okay. Reminds me of a game I had with Hertan years ago. Hertan's for Hertan. All right, we close it up. Hertan. Coin dealer. Never trust a coin dealer. Coin dealership. I trust a lawyer before I trust a coin dealer. Hello? I mean, might as well just exchange rooks, I guess. You had that trap. Man. This looks very dangerous. Which way do I play it? Rook C4? Oh no. We are winning. We are the world. 3 pawns up. At least we're going to be undefeated today, hopefully. Bishop F1. A true French player. Ugh. This is so insipid. Pawn's unstoppable. Oh no. It's not unstoppable, technically. Technically, it's unstoppable. Rook D1. Okay. Now there's no bishop G4. Wow. Wow, what's going on here? Right. 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 Righto. I saw that. So annoying. So how do I not cooperate with this operation? Yeah. Rook takes, knight takes. Rook B2. Oh no, there goes the internet again. Internet keeps dropping out. Hello? Where's my internet? Now it's back again? Why do we keep losing the connection? Losing. Now knight E7. Oof. Good time to offer the draw earlier. Where is my internet? Still nothing. Ping question mark, and my move went back. Ping question mark. Okay. Ping Vin. Your extra pawn doesn't, even if I lose a pawn on the queen side, I'm not that intimidated by your doubled A pawns, So I think he has other plans. Rook C8, knight C4. But like all variations, it's going to liquidate. There could be a technical problem there, though. Okay, takes. Don't want my knight trapped on the side of the board. How about knight B7? That's also bad. C5, take with the pawn. Rook D8. Oh no. Still not an easy win. Okay. You dropped a piece, right? Promise me you dropped a piece. Sinus never blunders. He never blunders. He blundered? That's unbelievable. He never blunders like one move blunders. At least he hasn't in a very long time. Good to know. You're not invincible. So what happened now? Rook on the 7th. Looks good. Squeezing him. That's a problem. That's a problem. This is a problem. Knight e3 check. Oh. Smallville's. Smallsville. Does anybody remember when that was Hikaru's Online? Blitz handle? Years ago? Smallville? I never watched that series. I guess he was into it when he was a kid. Alright. Superman. Andrino, what are you doing? Losing on time? Nope. Nope, not today. So d5. Huh? Still not so easy. Oh, I should have played. No. If I played rook a2, he had knight b3. Too many rooks. Thank you for hanging a piece, Sinus. Now we know you're human. Someone on sound, used to blunder when you get in time pressure, but you're not like that. You seem to play as well or better when you have less time. And I've noticed that with a bunch of people. Maybe it's just like the pressure of being in time pressure makes people play better. I guess that's what it is. I don't really have another theory on it. Rook a2 should be winning. Almost mate doesn't count. That's legend rank. Legend rank. Legenda. In Hungarian, it's legenda rank. Legenda rank. If I'm talking like Zoli Varga. Legenda rank. All right. Boom. If you guys don't support the stream and donate, I'm going to end up having to play like first Saturday Grandmaster tournaments. I'm going to end up being like 70 years old playing FM tournaments to make a living pretty soon. So please donate and help to let that not happen. Don't make my future be playing fishy FM tournaments and selling my rating points. Luckily I did learn to play poker. Been running really well. I mean, I never played cash poker, but I'm pretty good at it. Maybe all along I should have been playing cash instead of tournaments. And now I've been like forced to do something I should have done years ago. It's kind of funny. It always seemed boring, but winning money is not boring, right? Making money is never boring. Especially when it's fun. You're doing something fun. You're making money at the same time. It's a win-win. Doing something you enjoy and you're making money at the same time. And this here, I'm doing something that I enjoy, but I'm not making any money. So I just need to be slightly recompensated for my time here. Recompensated. Whether that's a word or not, I'm not really sure. Just compensated. I don't need to be recompensated. It's redundant. Redundant. But seriously, guys, come on, subscribe. Sinus, subscribe. Someone donate Sinus a goddamn subscription. It's embarrassing that the regular here is not a subscriber. He's from the Swedish part of Serbia. Interestingly, I just read an article, a really nice article on the BBC, where I grew up in southern New Jersey, between southern New Jersey and Maryland. A lot of people don't know this. There was actually a Swedish colony in the United States for about 13 years in the 1600s. But the Dutch didn't like it and eventually got absorbed. Really close to where I lived when I was a kid, there was a town called um, Swedeville. But I know you're Serbian, right? I think my next door neighbor was actually one of the neighbors was Swedish. He was probably related to like the oldest 1600s people. Unbelievable. Secret American colony on the East Coast. Late 1600s. Late to mid 1600s. You don't read that on Fox News. BBC is great though. All right. What am I going to do? We go to the file. How do I checkmate you here? How do I finish him off? Oh, I see. We go with the king. There's some risk involved with that. I don't know. You want to go with the king? Okay. We'll set up mate. Ooh, that pawn is really tied down. That is not going anywhere, Wendy. Okay, like the oldest log cabin in the United States, I think is still in existence. Very southern New Jersey. Your rook b5 isn't liked by the comp. Brudusa is here. What? Oh, do you know? But knight on a5, not that bad. Uh-huh. I didn't see Redusa was here. Okay, we're taking stuff. So now we're starting e4. Yes, we got a follower. Shaket Kulkarni. There's a master player named Kulkarni. That must be like a common Indian name. Okay, let's do f5. King f6. What could possibly go wrong? I have a plan. Mate. Stalemate. Oh, I got him now. He's not getting out of this. This is definitely stalemate. Ooh. We go for it. Ah, he got out of it. Check. Still no stalemate. 2 games left. 3 games left. This looks good. One of my better results today. I don't know how. I was undefeated. Very rare that I go undefeated. Of course, the regulars weren't here because of World Cup. It is World Cup Sunday. So I think a lot of people didn't play. And I took draws in certain positions where you've got an H pawn. All right, now, where's the mate? There is no stinking mate. That is annoying. Wait, how do I checkmate him here? Oh. Yeah. I did a pre-move. Why didn't it do my pre-move? Wow. All right, thanks for the game, guys. Games. Gamer girls. Check. Not check. Yeah, b5, knight c6, knight takes b7. Where is the mate? Unbelievable. There's no mate. How can there be no mate here? It's really incredible. I definitely have a perpetual check. That's good, huh? I guess we'll just hold. Oops, I hung my H-pawn. Andrino had an interesting opening. I think I had misplayed this. We'll have to have a good look at this. This Catalan. And, probably he was still equal after the opening, and he messed up his advantage, but losing shouldn't have happened. He got his knight awkward on the queen side. I got messages, hate mail. Still no internet. Ping 1000. What the hell is going on? Maybe it's the World Cup. Everybody's watching the World Cup, so the internet is like dead or something. Even Mr. Huffy's not online. This is over, guys. When my internet died. Don't die now. Internet. Don't die now. Come on. Like 1 minute left in the Simul. It must be World Cup craziness. Can't even read my messages. Oh, you are there, but you're not logged on. Not logged on to Elite Chess. You're secretly playing on chess.mom. I always check on my friends list. You're not there. Okay, it's just a really bad connection to Elite Chess for me. I have a new idea. You try to mate him with like King F5. And F6. His king is not in a safe place. Oh, this is the last game. Wow. 13 wins, 6 draws. A good one today. Lots of draws, but the draws were correct draws, you know. All the games that were draws were objectively equal kind of positions. I thought maybe one of them I should have played on. My best over the board win. I haven't had a big over the board win in years, although I beat a grandmaster. I try to beat a grandmaster every year. I've got a 4-year streak. My biggest win was in 2002, I guess. In the U.S. Open, I beat Onishuk Alexander. He was like 2650 FIDE. I've never beat a 2700, but I've only played like one or two. You know, it's hard to beat 2700s when you never play them. And the best I got is 2650. King up. Well, now it's not mate. You take the pawn. Take the pawn. Best online win? I don't know. I beat Dreyev once in Blitz. I mean, as far as like Blitz games go, I don't know. I don't play online Blitz against title players much. Used to, but these days not too much. I don't play, you know, Tuesday, whatever, type of tournaments. We don't do that on Tuesdays. So what are we doing here? F6? Oh no, he has a move. Yeah, I played Banus. We had a crazy game. It should have been a draw. I played Banus several times. You know, there was a draw back. I have a draw or two, but I've lost a few. He has like 2 wins and 2 draws, but maybe 3 wins and 2 draws. I don't remember. But the tragedy was the last time 2 years ago when I played him in the Super League. We had a great game, and I was low on time, but I lost a draw and ending against him. It should have been a draw. That was really painful in Hungarian Super League. Check and mate. Check and mate. There's no check and mate here. Check and mate. Bonus. B6. The last time it was in 2024. That was really tragic. I was black and I played a really sharp King's Indian, and it was a fianchetto, but I played a very risky line and still it was a very creative game. We ended up following his coach Ribley's game with from years, a million years ago against Plaskett or someone. I had no idea. I had actually didn't realize that Banners, oddly enough, like for all the years that I had known who he was and played him before, I never understood that his coach was Ribley, which is sort of stupid because once we played their team and my friend beat Banus and I drew Ribley on the top two boards. I was board one and I played Ribley to a draw with black, and my friend beat Banus with white on board two. I think our team beat their team, even though we were underdogs. It was cool. Knight on d7 has no squares. Knight e8 wins. Wow. It's a funny way to win a game. Banus is a good player. He literally plays like Ribley now. But when he was younger, I thought like he must be a student of Dorian. But maybe he had lessons with both. Maybe that's a secret, I don't know. It's possible that he studied with Dorian and with Ribley, but they're very different. They're very different. Ribley was Ribley, and Banus used to play the Sveshnikov, so I thought he must have been an Dorian student. Check and take the knight. So that was my misunderstanding about him, assuming the guy who plays the Sveshnikov. Dorian was crazy, and he didn't really teach a lot, but presumably he did have students. And once I had to call him on the phone, and he was really crazy. Okay, so anyway, Simul's over. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for playing. Welcome, goodbye. Wow, we're undefeated. Our first undefeated Simul in quite a while. So 14 wins. No, 14 wins, 6 draws. Good games today, guys. Some interesting games. Just a quick overview. Sinus was a good game. Right to you blundered a piece. I don't know about the opening. Where did we leave book? So my a5, it's a top move. Most people play d5, b3, very solid. Now a4 by me hasn't been played by anyone great. Vercec, Danin, and Gianu, and my old friend Iveta. So we're following, this Russian guy, Alexandre Danin, Putin's brain. Knight a4, b e4, e5, bishop a3, rook e8. And this Dutch guy lost, a strong Dutch player lost against Danin. d5, knight a5 question mark. Wow, so we both missed the best move. e4, who would have thunk it? International Master Leanhoutz and myself both miss e4. So that was an interesting opening. That's a weird move to have to play. I thought knight a5 was okay. Another draw. We were like crushing white in the opening. But he got away. The one that got away. Mikhail was a draw. It was better. This is the game I regretted taking a draw. Where I said I wasn't sure. But it looks like in the final position it really was close to equal. Because of his counterplay on the C file, I was willing to take a draw. I would play it out in a tournament game. Chess Nerdo, that was another interesting game. Wow, I'm seriously worse. Something went horribly wrong. Maybe my move c3. Let's see. f6, bishop e3, c5, knight on bd2. So here's an interesting point. This move must be a mistake. Notice that there's no games by Rosenthalis here. They all dropped out. So Rosenthalis doesn't play knight on bd2. He's the only guy. This is his opening. It must be inaccurate. Maybe b5. So Rosenthalis has like 4 games with a4. I thought about it. Like, do you want to play a4? If you play knight d2, is there a problem with b5? But I thought it was too weakening. Oh shit! There's a mosquito in here. I didn't get it. Fuck. Oh, dude, that thing's gonna kill me. There was a huge torrential rain yesterday. So there's gonna be like suddenly mosquitoes everywhere. Oh no. He's on the loose. I don't think I got it. Knight on bd2, mistake. a4, interesting. So I was already worse. Now queen e2. Maxime Lagarde couldn't win against Payan. Queen e7, a4, and now you have b6. a5 is a mistake. Wow. And then c3 is a big mistake. So I misplayed this. Yeah, it's not a great system. We'll have to have a closer look. Chess Nerdo, yeah, that was that. Andrino Garcia, this was Garcia, yeah, Giardino. It's important variation here. Knight c6. So queen a4 is white's #1 move. So what are you telling me? Knight c6 is no good? Apparently, it's not that good in this exact move order. Okay, queen a4 is best. He doesn't do that. I played rook b8. So now we're in this other line. And now a4, you totally froze me with a4. I don't know what black's supposed to do after a4. It's not a great move, apparently. But you have to know what you're doing here with black. Now my problem is a6, a5. But maybe it's not a big deal. I assume this is the idea. It is. You know, this is the idea. And on bishop e4, you have knight e5. And this was what I was afraid of. Wow. So knight takes queen a4 check, knight c6, and the rook defends the bishop on b4. Oh my god. So now you know. Now you know. That trap doesn't work. Interesting. You have to play rook a4. I'm out of my depth here. So anyways, but there's also b6. This might even be better. b6. Secret move. I did not know. Perchtil. As followed. b6, this is a key move. Okay, apparently. So I did not know. I played bishop b4. This is bad. After this, I'm slightly worse. Yeah. c3 never entered my mind. I played the dubious knight a5, and now I'm seriously worse. You just take. Yeah, I don't know why. He didn't see it. I mean, queen b3. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice trap. Okay, you can take and play queen b3. I didn't see it either. So I messed up the opening there. But anyway, you shouldn't have been worse. I mean, here, I didn't know about queen c6, honestly. I don't think you should play that. This position, there's no way that white should lose. Okay, it's not so easy, but you're not worse here. You're not worse. But when I play queen c6, rook b6, you don't want to fix my pawns. You can't fix my pawns. This is bad. Now you're seriously worse. Knight c4. I could have played rook a6, but I decided to play rook b4. And why is rook b4 bad? Well, you get the pawn back. Well, you could have taken on d6. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. You could have taken on d6 and you didn't, and you took on a5. Both of us are blundering here. So rook a6. I thought rook b1. So anyway, okay, that was weird. You shouldn't have lost that game. Sung Prism. Sung Prism left us early to watch the World Cup. Good Tand. Peppa Pig. My queen's on g2, and there was a draw. Oh, this was crazy, right? So check out Peppa Pig. Perfect game. g6 dubious, blah, blah, blah. I forgot queen f6. Oh, this is the key move. Damn. And then you remember. Wow. Queen f6 equalizes. Good to know. Shit. It's not knight e7, it's not knight f6. I was thinking about knight f6 takes, b takes, e5, knight g8. Even that's okay. Even that's okay. This is inferior. Now I'm worse. I don't think I should play knight takes d4, you know? I don't know. This is unpleasant. So, Dr. Crabben versus Alan Ludgate. Correspondence chess. You definitely don't want Dr. Crabben. I don't like this position for black. Rook e8. And then g4 was too much. So we're following Ivanchuk versus Mosisian. Mosisian, the Spanish one. Not the big one from Czech. Armenian, but living in Czech Republic forever. You know, I know the other Mosisian. This is the weaker one. But Ivanchuk here played bishop e2. You can also castle queenside. This is sharp. But I mean, the sensible move is bishop e2. White instead did the crazy g4. And I sacked a piece now with bishop to hg4. Thanks for subscribing, King's Indian Defense. Good job. We sacked a piece with bishop g4. Bishop f6, queen f6, f takes g4, queen h4 check. Perfect game. Bishop takes c3, queen c3, queen takes g4 check. Oh, the mosquito's coming for... I got it? I didn't get it? Oh my god. Fuck, it's gonna kill me. Oh, bro. That's gonna kill me, man. It's gonna just stalk me until it gets me. King c2. This was a perfect game. Perfect game. And my opponent offered a draw. Wow. Impressive perfect game there. David on Twitch the first. Thanks for following. Peppa Pig, Derek Smalls, Legend Rank. Wikagio. Perfect game. 1400, man. With a perfect game. Thanks for the draw, bro. This is the Chestnut Mom guy. My h3 is a bit slow, but we're still a little better. 96 was a weird move. And I would normally avoid exchanging pieces here. I should have avoided the exchange of pieces. This is a mistake to not to trade knights subjectively. And now I failed. You played queen d8, the engine's #1 move. That's suspicious. He's not really 1400, I guess. Anyways, we'll see. Panda Master was a draw. That was also kind of a fun game. I was better and threw it away. You sacked the exchange with knight h4, very good move. You sacked the exchange. Rook takes f6. And then knight d5. Now I have to sack the exchange back. Again, there were a lot of good games today. It was fine. But the draws were interesting too. And that's it. Chess Lover, what did you do today? Chess Lover played bishop c4, offered a draw. We have to ban you. But you're a new Chess Lover. I thought you were the Chess Lover. This is a different Chess Lover. Too many people that are called Chess Lover. I think there's more than one. He played bishop c4 and Zebra checking in. We're checking out as you're checking in. Thanks, Zebra. Enjoy the World Cup. So guys, it's been great to hang out with you. I'll let you watch the World Cup in peace. Next stream Wednesday, tournament stream. Thanks for being a subscriber. Mr. Coffee, thanks for being with us. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and support the stream. Undefeated Simul. Oh. All right, guys. Have a great evening.